Hello, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today I want to take a look at another and a new Arceus deck. I've seen this making some noise in some tournaments, and it's kind of an Arceus counter build. It's Arceus is the only attacker in the deck, essentially. We have hammers, we have Cheren's Care. So Arceus, attack with that, slow him down with hammers, and heal up with Cheren's Care. So let's get into the list, and then we'll take a look at some gameplay. So Arceus VSTAR is the attacker, so a 4-3 line of this. I'm sure you know it. Trinity Nova, it's very good. It's been good since it's around. It kind of falls off the radar, but it's never not been good, I don't think. 200 damage for 3 energy, and you search your deck for up to 3 basic energies and attach them to your Pokemon V any way you'd like, which is going to be another Arceus V in this case. So, and then once you don't, so it's either doing 180 with DTE or 200 without DTE. We're two-shotting most multi-prize Pokemon, but, you know, as long as we slow down our opponents with 1 or 2 heads over the course of the game, don't get knocked out, and then use Cheren's Care once or twice, we certainly will win the prize map that way. We just need to slow down our opponents a little bit. Also, in terms of in Arceus V's attack of Trinity Charge is very useful too. You search your deck for 3 basic energies and attach them to your V Pokemon any way you like. That's for 2 colorless, so 1 DTE can power that up. If you go second, you have to draw into the pieces. You hope that's where it's not consistent there. We do want to go first, but Trinity Charge is a nice option if you have the pieces. Oh, and I skipped the Starbirth V-Star Power. How can I do that, right? I just kind of am so used to it, and I assume you are too. But Starbirth, one of the best abilities in the game, maybe the best ability in the game. One time, it's because of V-Star Power, you can search your deck for any 2 cards and put them into hand. Super, super good. All right, what else do we have here? We are kind of a counter deck Arceus, so therefore 1 copy of Spiritomb. We could attack with it as well, but really it's here to sit on the bench for some matchups for its fettered in Misfortune ability. Basic Pokemon V in play have no abilities. Good against Mew, shuts down Genesect, shuts down Lumineon V also, which is in a number of decks. So just a useful card there to have for sure. And then just a Bibarel Skwovet. Engine 1 Skwovet and a 2-2 Bibarel line. What Bibarel, you draw until you have 5 cards in hand. And Skwovet, you shuffle your hand, put it at the bottom of your deck, draw 1 card. So they make a nice, have a nice synergy between the 2 of them. All right, getting into the energy count, a high number of energies. We want to draw into energy on turn 1 in particular. So, in every turn, you want to get energy. We need to get it going. So, 4 double turbo, right? Usually double turbo is what you want to get on Arceus first thing. So 4 copies of that. And 2 V-Guard energy, right? Provides 1 colorless, and it takes 30 less damage to your opponent's Pokemon V. Helps survive a hit. So therefore, because at 280, obviously there's a lot of Pokemon looking to do 280, and it raises the bar for V Pokemon, so we don't get 1 shot. Again, we have Cheren's Care to get healed up and out of the way and get up a fresh attacker. And then 8 basic water energy. We need basic energy to accelerate with Arceus. The water makes sense because if you know me, and there's a V deck with water energy, I have 1 Melony in it. Just 1 copy. It's not what it's leading into, but it does give the potential to attack turn 2, even if you can't get an energy on Arceus on turn 1. If we get a water basic energy in the discard, then we can Melony there. All right, so getting into things, what do we have going through the full list? 4 hammers. Like I said, it's kind of a counter deck. Just slow down your opponents. Obviously, you're not going to hit heads all the time, but hit 1 or 2 heads over the course of the game. You'll stop your opponent from taking a prize at least 1 turn over the course of the game. And that, Arceus's damage level is very solid. So that, 1 head at the right time, and that can be the game for us. Switching cards, 1 Escape Rope, 1 Switch, just the most common switching options there. 1 Avery, it's a nice tech card for some matchups, of course. You draw 3 cards, and then your opponent has to discard till they have 3 on the bench. It is disruptive to a number of decks that want nice big benches. Getting rid of those cards. Of course, you don't want to let your opponent get rid of a damaged Pokemon, right? So be wise, be cognizant of when to use Avery, when to not. For Judge, where disruption, Judge, just get rid of our opponent's hand. To go with that, it's Judge and Path. For Path to Peak, we have no way to bump the Path, so if our opponent plays Path, we cannot use Arceus VSTAR Power, but we're we can still get things going without it. It's nice to have V-Star power, but if not, we can still win the game. 4 Nest Ball for Pokemon Search, and 4 Ultra Ball, kind of what you'd expect in a deck like this. 1 Choice Belt, just to get that, you get 30 more damage. It's important to one-shot some things, right? 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon V. 3 Bosses Order as a disruption deck. Sometimes we want to gust something up, either to finish it off, a Pokemon that we damaged and didn't knock out, or just slow our opponent down for a turn in the middle of the game, too. Sometimes is the play. Also, 2 Iono, good early, see 6 cards, but also late game gets your opponent to a small hand. So 2 Iono, but the 4 Judge. Judge is more significant in this deck. 1 Panic Mask, which is useful for some matchups. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon. This card is attached to by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon that have 40 HP or less. So, something like in a Gardevoir EX deck where they put enough damage counters on to potentially one-shot you. If it gets down to 40 damage, HP or less because of that, they can't damage you. So that is a nice option to have. 2 Cheren's Care. Should it have a 3rd copy of Cheren's Care? Maybe drop Melony. Maybe, but once or twice is all you're going to do it in the game. You put one of your colorless Pokemon that has any damage counters and all attached cards to it into your hand. So your attack with an Arceus, do some damage, get energy accelerated to an benched Arceus. The next turn your opponent hits with the Arceus. You Cheren's Care the Arceus and the active that has damage on it. And then attack with a fresh Arceus without V-Star without damage and power up your next Arceus. So very nice thing there. And then, we Ultra Ball and Search card and Switch we already went over. So a pretty straightforward list, but I think it is a fun deck and pretty effective. Let's take a look, see what we can do. All right, let's see what we can do with the deck. Hopefully things set up. Hopefully show off the deck, what it can do. Been having some trouble lately with some decks I've been working on, getting videos that are kind of what I would call usable, right? Where it shows the deck setting up decently and working decently. And by that, games where the deck just bricks aren't great. I mean, if it's a deck that bricks a lot, perhaps I don't want to disguise that fact, but watching a deck brick too much isn't fun. And certainly, all right, we'd both take a mulligan, so that saves our opponent from getting ahead in terms of cards in hand. So, okay. So, up against Gardevoir EX. So, all right, DTE, Judge, Hammer. So Path will become good. I want to hold off on the Path, of course. Now, Hammers aren't going to be particularly effective once the Gardevoir is set up because it will accelerate these energies. So all right, so they're going to retreat. So there's not going to be energy in play to hammer off, which is fine. Eventually if I hammer off some energies, okay, that's nice for them getting Battle VIP Pass. So Gardevoir is difficult for sure. I don't necessarily know that I want the Spiritomb. They may play Lumineon V, but they have a good engine anyway. So, okay, so DTE and Judge is what I want to do because I want to have a V to accelerate to. Okay, not bad. No, this is actually very, very nice. Get down an Arceus, get down Bidoof. Very, very good. So this is, and have an Iono, so it's a nice setup for next turn. I guess I will get both Arceuses kind of prepared to attack. I may have to attach this DTE, which then kind of negates the one. I have one extra water energy attached, but, ultimately that should be okay. If I have to Cheren's Care something away, you still need water energy in the deck to be able to accelerate with your next Arceus' attack. So sometimes not over-pulling energies from the deck can be a good thing. But we'll see what happens. So it's possible they rare candy into Gardevoir EX. They might take out my active. Probably not, but we'll see what happens here. Maybe, they'll probably might just grab a Kirlia. That's kind of what I'm expecting. So they have the memory skip rolls too, so just have to be aware of that. Arceus just has the one attack. It does do 10 damage, which does mean I could use Cheren's Care on it too. All right, so they have the Gardevoir, they have the rare candy. What are they going to do here? You know, if I were to hit a boss, I could one-shot it. No, I have to evolve to the stage 2. It's almost impossible to happen. I mean, I would have to probably get a Bidoof into hand or draw an Ultra Ball and go aggressive towards that. So I will Iono, because I really don't want to. I'd like to just attach another basic energy. That's not great at all there. Okay, a V-Guard energy. Yeah, do I? I think I just attack. Just take the knockout. It's not great. I was really hoping to get, obviously, my V-Star into play, but there's a decent chance they're going to knock me out. That's the problem, right? So we'll see. And I might Panic Mask. I don't think Panic Mask was going to fix. I hope I didn't make a mistake by not attaching Panic Mask. Don't know. So they grabbed a Kirlia. They need a Gardevoir EX and an energy. I don't think they're going to get down to 40 HP. I think the question. Okay, so 2 Kirlias. Oh, that's a Kirlia. Wow. Okay. Wow. The one that sets up other Kirlias. Okay. I'm a bit surprised by that. Okay. Iono. I mean, they're not going to knock me out here. I'm pretty sure, right? It's 60, 70, 80 plus 90. So it's doing 140 there. They got 1 accelerator. I think they come up short still. So I can grab a Cheren's Care, which I will do, and then I one-shot them. All right, so that's good. So I think I want to... So I'm going to want a Cheren's Care, right? What else do I want to do? Cheren's Care and something else, right? Actually, I think I want Path to the Peak, right? So Cheren's Care, and my thought is I can replay the Arceus, right? And Path to the Peak, because Path is obviously very problematic for them. And there we go. I can't. Hopefully, I can accelerate to the bench guy too. All right, so I will kind of save these energies. I'll toss down a Bidoof. I don't know if I really want that. I'll toss down a DTE. It means I don't need to accelerate as many energies keeping basics in the deck is the idea. Sorry. So just accelerate 1. I still have a full complement of 3 in the deck. So if I attack again and I get another Arceus V on the bench, I can accelerate to it. Or if I Cheren's Care, right, next turn, I can, boom, get 3 energies onto the next Arceus. Because that's part of what we're doing here. So up by 2 prizes. Obviously, look, they have reversal. They've used 1. I don't know what the count is in Gardevoir these days. And obviously you don't know how an individual opponent plays the deck either. Just kind of taking a peek here, what they have. So they're going to Mirage Step, I guess. Okay. I mean, it seems a little sketchy. They need to bump the stadium because they don't want Path in play. They haven't. All right, they've discarded the Lost Vacuum, so that's not an option. They got rid of Rare Candy, but they don't need Rare Candy because they have all 3. They had 3 Kirlias here. All right, I guess they have 1 more Kirlia in hand. So and deck. I mean, I guess they don't. So, do I want to hammer here? I don't think I do. Do I want to judge here? I think I'll judge. My opponent's not doing great, so the judge may help them. but I want to keep setting things up here, right? That's a bit stinky. That's a lot stinky. All right, so I'm going to attach Panic Mask to my active since he's got 280. He's the guy I don't want getting knocked out. Obviously, I wanted to get down another V or a V star, so don't accelerate the energies. Don't want them. Want to leave them in deck, right? Because that's what I want going forward. So 2 hammers, potentially. The hammers can be useful, right? If they have a bunch of energy on to a Pokemon that I'm not going to knock out, then I can get rid of the energies, and they're gonna if they need them back, they have to reaccelerate them. So they're not in a great spot, I don't think. The path has been stuck thus far. Now they may have a bump to path, but waiting to bump, they should probably they're waiting till they get the Gardevoir EX down to bump the path, which would make sense, right? They've played both Curlias though. Now they could have Gardevoir in hand, right? They could have, so they have a Gardevoir EX. So now they need to bump path if they have it. So we will see. If they just attach and kind of end the turn, I will Crushing Hammer because if they don't have path, then those discarded energies become really important. What are they getting rid of here? 5 energy, 6 Pokemon. All right, so they got back some Pokemon. Yeah, some of the evolutions in the Curlia line. Makes sense. So I will hammer, take out the Curlia. They won't have their engine at all at that point. Let's see if they have any other plays before they end their turn. They don't. So that's nice. Have 2 hammers, so I actually can take out the... Well, I can hit into the Gardevoir, which might actually be the best play, right? I will toss another coin, another hammer. I think... Oh, that stinks. I think I want to hit into Gardevoir. The Gardevoir does not knock me out. And... obviously, if I get through the Gardevoir, they're in a lot of trouble. So they're halfway to taking out the Gardevoir EX. Don't accelerate. Have 5 energies in deck, so that's nice. I really, the fact I haven't got a Ultra Ball. I haven't seen Ultra Ball this game, right? That is surprising. I mean, I played a Judge. Did I play 2 Judges? I guess I did. Did I play all these cards? Did I play all those supporters? Maybe I did. I should have seen something to get me a V-Star or a Bibarel, right? Which I haven't gotten that. And, either of those would be good, right? So Zacian V. Now, the Zacian V, of course, does one-shot me. That's what they're going to do here. So they're going to bump the stadium, right? They'll grab something to bump the stadium, I have to assume. They have 5 energy, which gets in 6. 6 times 3 is 180. I don't know if they're actually going to get the knockout. I don't know if they can. I don't think they can. All right. I'm pretty sure they can't knock me out with him, but we'll see. Because they can't, once they get down to 40 HP, if they get down to 40, all right, if they accelerate one more time, and they can attach a reversal if they had that. Okay. Now I'm going to take out the Gardevoir, so that's not good, right? It's really not good for... All right, so give me a heads, please. Oh, wow. Okay, so the game kind of hates me, but I will toss down path. I'm really not hit... I was just trying to think, sorry, do I want to attach a DTE to a Bidoof? Obviously, I'm just not drawing well. Sometimes the fact that you shuffle the deck here after each attack may be a bad thing. So Skwovet's good. Have Avery. It gets me cards. They're not going to have a big bench. They're down to 1 prize. I don't believe they can knock me out. But, so 6. They could get 7. So that might knock me out. Now, I just finished them off next turn, so it doesn't really matter. You know, even if they hit into me and knock me out, it's just something to make them feel good. It is not going to get them a win because I just send up the Arceus and finish them off. So they don't even finish me off. You know, if they have a damage challenge, I guess that's fine. I have an energy attachment challenge, so I'll make that play and do 200. And, you know, I'm going to accelerate energy because I need to attach a bunch of energy. Oh, and they don't let me do that. I concede. I wish they hadn't conceded, I got to say, because they played a pointless turn. Yes, I attached one energy, but, you know, they had a whole turn that didn't get them anywhere. Anyway, it is what it is. Not a big deal. So the game worked quite well, and there you go. Some healing, some attacking. You get through, you can win games.